guys, it's Roxanne. Welcome back to my channel. So this week I'm going to do this fall makeup look for you guys using my Kyshadow palette and my Morphe 350 shimmer palette. This is a great look. It's pretty similar to the one I was wearing in my previous video that I know a lot of you guys had requested. Here it is. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. I'm going to start today's look off with using my Kyshadow palette. I'm going to go in with this shade right here up at the top for underneath my brow and my brow bone. I like to go ahead and do this step first because it kind of already helps you carve out where you want your crease to be. Next up, I'm going to go in with this shade right here for my lid and starting to bring it up to the crease. And I just go with the windshield wiper motions. I'm going to kind of wing it out a little bit. I love this Kyshadow palette because it has a bunch of warm tones and they're all perfect shades for fall. I really love all of them. Like, as you can see, they're all really good for fall. So now I've kind of got a base for my lid and crease, and now I'm going to start to deepen the crease. I think I'm going to go in with this shade and a little bit of this one and this one, so I'm going to kind of mix all three. And I'm just going to really dig it into my crease. It's almost like if you really kind of push into where your eyeball, like the tip of your eyeball I guess is, it really helps to carve that out. I mean, don't push it in there to where like you're poking your eye out, but it helps, I promise. You can kind of see how I've carved it out already. It's a little bit deeper right there. And I know it looks weird when you start to do your eyes first, but I promise it makes a really big difference, especially if your eyeshadow has a lot of fallout like this one does. It really does have a lot, so it's better to do your eyes first instead of your foundation first, just because you don't want it everywhere. Now I think I'm going to use a little bit of this shade because I want it to look a little bit deeper. And now that I got my crease carved out, I'm going to go in with my Morphe 350 shimmer palette. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I just got it not long ago and I love it. So first off, I'm going to wet my brush with this Skindinavia setting spray. Just a few little squirts. I think I'm going to go in with this gold tone shade and just kind of push it right here up under your crease and drag down, and that helps you get the most product off your brush. So kind of push in and drag down. And I think I'm also going to go in, I've been using that one, I'm going to put a little bit of this one on too. Just kind of mix both of them. I really love mixing shades because I feel like you pretty much can create a whole new palette within your palette. Just press and drag. And I know eyes are time consuming, but it's really important because your eyes are your focal point in your face and you just want to show them off. So now that I've got the lid and crease finished, I'm going to wipe off the excess with a makeup wipe. Both palettes give off a pretty good amount of fallout, so I'd always suggest doing this because I've already gotten a pretty good amount off. Now I'm going in with the men's Nivea Post Shave Balm for my primer. I know it sounds weird that I'm using a men's shave balm for a primer, but I promise you this stuff is like gold. It's so good. I just put a little bit on my fingertips, rub them together, and then rub the product all in my face. I know it smells kind of manly at first, but I promise after you put on all your makeup, you won't even notice. Now I've got my beauty blender and it is damp, and I'm going to pick a foundation. One of my go-to foundations lately has been this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I just love that it gives you like the perfect amount of glow, and I have oily skin and it really doesn't make my skin any more oily. It looks good. And I'm going in with the shade 204. I tanned a little bit, so I'm thinking this will be good. I just squeeze a little bit out in the palm of my hand, and then I dab the butt of the beauty blender into it and blend into my face. I just love how much better my face looks with foundation on. I'm sure all of you guys can agree. Mabry is so mad at me right now because I'm doing makeup and I am not playing ball with her. I swear you guys, this morning she literally woke me up by dropping the ball right on my face. It was such a surprise. So honestly, you can never blend too much, so just dance around. Make sure you remember to blend down your neck. Sorry, that sounded weird. I was hitting my focal box. Ears are important, especially if you're wearing your hair up. Okay, so I've got my foundation blended in. We're gonna go in with my favorite concealer ever, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This stuff is always sold out, so if you can get your hands on it, get like 2, maybe 3, because this stuff is amazing. And I just kind of draw a cute little pattern on my face, down my nose, a little bit on my forehead, chin, and we're done. Kidding, just kidding. I know it always looks weird. I always use the tip of my beauty blender because it gets under my eyes a lot better. And this Shape Tape also helps carve out your eyeliner as well, where you wiped all the fallout. It just kind of makes it neater. And honestly, it's called Shape Tape for a reason. It's amazing. Okay, so now that we're blended with the concealer, I'm going to take my Ulta Sculpting Stick. This is what I like to use for a cream contour. It's fairly cheap, maybe, I don't think it's more than like $12, but I love it. It works great for a cream contour. And I'm just going to kind of carve out my cheekbones. And then I go under my neck so I can hide that double chin. You know we gotta hide it. And I do put a little bit right here on these sides and underneath the tip of my nose. Just blend that right out. Make sure you always get all of your cream products out of the way before you set your face, because sometimes, honestly, I forget. I mean, I'm not perfect at makeup and I never said I was an expert, so sometimes I'm just like, oh, I already set my face. Whoops, I didn't even contour. So I have one more cream product I like to use when I'm doing like a dramatic look like this, and that is my What's Up by Benefit. If you can see. It's like a cream highlighter, and I love it because it really enhances my highlighter when I put on the powder one. It's just like a little stick, like the contour stick I just used, and you just kind of rub it right here. See? Ooh. So pretty. And I still take my beauty blender and I blend it with that. So now we're going to set our face with the Airspun powder. You can get this at Walgreens. It's like $12, $13. It's really inexpensive. It's got a lot of product in it, so it will last you for a while. It does smell like tangerines or oranges, and it's kind of overwhelming at first, but once you use it a couple times, you kind of get used to it. But yeah, my face smells like tangerines all the time. And I'm just going to dip my beauty blender into it. So yeah, I know it looks weird. So usually when I get this done, I will start on my brows to just kind of let my face set for a second. So I'll get all the brow stuff done and then I will dust it off with a brush. So I just got this NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe, and I'm going to try it today and see how I like it. So this will be like a first impression for you guys. It has a little spoolie on one end, so I like to brush my brows up and out. And I just like to go with the shape of my brow hairs and just kind of fill them in. So brows are pretty much done. I do recommend this brow pencil by NYX. It's fairly inexpensive and I really like it. It reminds me a lot of the ColourPop one that I have. Okay, since my brows are done, I'm going to take my brush and dust off my powder and just kind of let it set into my face. Now I'm going to use a little bit of bronzer. I love my butter bronzer. You can get it at CVS, Walgreens, any kind of drugstore. I think it's about $13, $14. It's not that expensive either. And it smells like sunscreen or the beach. I don't know, it just smells so good. Love it. So I'm just going to kind of carve out my cheeks a little bit. Oh, just dropped my palette. I just love the warmth that bronzer brings to your face. Go under my neck. Bend my hairline. Now I'm going to go in with my Makeup by Shayla Tarte Contour Kit. I love this kit. It has pretty much everything you need for contouring and highlighting. So right here you have a highlight, a color correct. Both of these are a contour color. We have a blush, and then in the middle we have like a shimmer. I think it's a highlight also. I haven't actually used the middle one before, but it's a great contour palette. I can't really remember how much it is, but it's worth the money because you've got a lot of product, and this is big. This is a pretty big palette. I'm gonna go in with this color for my contour, the lighter one, 'cause this really dark one is just a little bit too dark for me. Don't ever go too far down with your contour because it'll make you look kind of like you have like a mustache or something. So I try to stop like about here, but just blend that in. Get under your chin and your jawline. I like to do a little swipe down my nose. Now I'm going to use a little bit of the blush to kind of melt my contour together and just give myself a little bit of color. Next up, I'm using my ColourPop highlighter in the shade Might Be. And I like to use my fan brush. Just kind of dip it in a couple times. Oh yeah. This highlighter is no joke. The best. Literally the best. And a little bit above my brow. You really, like, a few swipes like that, that's all you need. I like to swipe down the bridge of my nose and then my Cupid's bow. I have a thin upper lip, so this helps make my lips look a little more enhanced, and I really love that. So now that we're done with highlight, we're pretty much done with the whole base of the face. Now I'm gonna head back to eyes and we're gonna finish those and we'll be done. I'm gonna go in with the Kyshadow again with probably these 3 shades again. 1, 2, 3. That I used for my crease, and I'm gonna work on my lower lash line. So I'm just gonna use this to kind of smoke out my lower lash line, just like that. See how much of a difference that makes? It really makes your eyes pop. There we go. Now we got the lower lash lines done. Next up, I've got my favorite eyeliner, the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in black, and I'm going to do a little wing. So for my liner, I like to get the full base of the eye done first, and then I will wing it out. So I start at the lower lash line where it connects to the top, and I draw out a little thin line for the wing, and then I'll go up from my top lash line and I'll connect it in like a little triangle. Then you just have to fill it in and you've got the perfect wing. Perfect. So here we go. I've got my winged liner done and it is pretty good if I have to say so myself. Next up, I guess we'll do lashes. So I just got this order in from House of Lashes and I got this bag as well as 2 lashes. I got the Bombshell lashes and I got the Iconic lashes, which I already have in my case because I wore them in my previous video. I also got sample sizes of both of the glues that they sell, and they are awesome. I love it. So I think I'm going to try the Bombshell lashes today because I'm super excited to use them. And by the way, House of Lashes, they're super affordable, great lashes. Make sure you add a little bit of mascara to your lashes before the falsies. And here I'm just using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's my favorite. They also have waterproof. I have yet to try that, but that's next on my list. So first, it's a good idea to measure your lashes. And if you need to, trim off a little bit from the outside. And just paint the lash glue on. And then you're going to wait a few minutes for the glue to get tacky. That way it won't smear all over your eye. This is a really good tip that my friend Kelsey taught me because I used to put on lashes and the glue would be all over my eyelids. So make sure it gets tacky. Wait like 1 to 2, maybe 3 minutes. So now I'll use some tweezers and let's set this bad boy on our lid. And it's super easy, just like that. I really like these lashes. They kind of just thicken mine and they look kind of natural actually. Way more natural than the Iconics look. And by the way, these are the Bombshells if you forgot. Also, when your lashes are drying, it's a good idea to fold them up. That way they fan out and still look gorgeous. I really love these. This is a great pair of lashes. So now that our lashes are done, I'm gonna go and work on my inner corner of my eye and then add some mascara and we're pretty much gonna be done. I'm gonna take my Kyshadow again in these first 2 shades and kind of carve out my brow bone again just so it'll pop. This is just like a push-up bra for your brow. And it also helps even out your eyeshadow if you went a little too high. There we go. Still loving that highlight. Bam! So now we're going to use the same 2 shades and work with our inner corner. And I'm just going to kind of blend that into my lower lash line as well. And my lid. Alright, now I'm going to go back with my Better Than Sex mascara and blend my lashes together. And also I'm going on my lower lash line with it. This mascara is great. It totally gives you so much volume. I'm going to use my brand new NYX Liquid Suede liquid lipstick today for this look. It's a dark chocolate brown. The color is Downtown Beauty. And I'm going to use my NYX lip liner in Nutmeg. I'm just going to line my lips. For the finishing touch, I just went with my Skindinavian spray and sprayed my face to set it. So that's it, guys. This is the finishing look. It's definitely a fall, edgier type look, which are usually the kind of looks I love and I want to go for. So I really love it. The Kyshadow palette was perfect. The Morphe 350 palette, I love it. I definitely recommend both of those palettes if you don't already have them. They are great, perfect for fall.